It is very pleased to be here, and thank you for giving me such a great opportunity to talk with you, and as a kind of a visiting lecturer at the art universities. Actually, this is the second time. The first time after this school became the Aalto University, I was kind of one of the lecturer for the Finland Helsinki universities, and I visit here, then talk the lecture, and I was visiting the Arvarto office and the house and the weekend house and take a sauna. So it was great opportunity for me. And actually, we have a great project at the Helsinki, and it is the self-driving shuttle bus. It's first running tomorrow. So we are going to introduce the bus tomorrow, and the MUJI support the design for this kind of project, and very happy to show you and share with you such a kind of high technology opportunity to share with you. So that's one of the reasons I visit here. So, but since I was here last time, it was quite time, and then maybe I should talk about the half time of about the MUJI as my advisory, one of the advisory board member of the MUJI, in charge of the household product development, and another half part is kind of discussion or introduction of my current, the project. So, and once I finish the talk, I discuss with the Ville Kokkonen about the design. So I think this is a lecture, but it should not be too much kind of one way. I think I'm very happy to talk with you guys more interactively. So let me start, because this is my actually I started my own office about 16 years ago, and this is just to complete my first website on the right. So I have no time to. I'm super busy and no time to make my own website. But I was so happy to complete this one. But this is the first time to use as my archive to show you then doing the lecture on using the my website. So I may I sit down here? So okay. So first of all, I would like to show you some image of the MUJI. So MUJI is a company. Of course, as you know, MUJI is trying to make the new store in Helsinki, and we are really trying to make one of the most beautiful store in Helsinki in the world. So, and 言ってよかったのかな also we are trying to make the one of the Muji hotel in Helsinki as well too. So, but you should be you should be looking forward to see that in this year. I cannot tell you. So I like if I describe the MUJI, MUJI is the company who makes micro considerations. It is amazing things for their product development as small detail as possible. So I'll show you the very short video. So MUJI has over 7,000 products, and we still keep trying to make necessary things for our life, and that's have to be MUJI is the integrity of the things. So that's our kind of attitude. So this is Japanese kanji ikurashi. Is that we always try to be the help the people to be spend a nicer life. So that's our keyword, and sometimes we try to over design and makes the word complicated, but we are trying to be simplify our life too. So, and 1980 we started a very small company as the take the label or package out and show the content itself, and sell through the under the Seiyu was one of the hypermarket, and that was a small little start, because if we over packaging, designing the packaging, we cannot really understand what is the content, and we more be honest to show the quality of the things inside of the package. So this is a starting point we did it. So we try always thinking about the material and the process of making, and simplify the package. That's become the almost 40 years. We made 7,000 product, but still we are arguing it is too much, or we should make more less product. So every day, all of the MUJI person thinking, what is a MUJI? What should be MUJI? So this is amazing things. Then also, one of the great value for us is the customer is very kind of strict for the MUJI concept, and they really kind of criticizes if we make it wrong, and give us a great opinion for our kind of attitude. So this is a great value for our company. Iko Tanaka is a founder as one of the famous graphic designers, and he create this kind of the philosophy of this company. That's his work, as you know. And we have five of the advisory design advisory board, and connected to the board members, and Mr. Sugimoto is in charge of the store design, but unfortunately he passed away last year. So now we are 4 person to control and give the frankly speaking for every month to talk about what the what is the MUJI, what should be the MUJI future. So many communication tools and store designs, and the MUJI now is kind of become the more kind of wider network from the Japan, and Asia market is growing up quite rapidly, and of course Europe as well, and Finland is one of our kind of country we desire to be touching down here too, because of your life is so much high quality, and spending the very happy life. So we have learned a lot from you, and we should definitely open the store in Finland too. So we try making many things as under the micro consideration, but sometimes the store will be really too much and make a complicated things. So, but we always try to be simplified. So you will see our new store in Helsinki this year, autumn. We are not only the product, sell product, we try the MUJI books. MUJI has many opportunities, MUJI books and MUJI diner. So, and cafe. So, and also recently we sell the daily food in the store too. So it's directly connected to the kind of a farmer or manufacturers. So it can be very fresh and under their names. We also doing a deli and cooking. Open MUJI is one of the small gallery showing different things. April 4th is the opening day of our largest flagship store in Ginza. So it's going to be all of the MUJI kind of activity is showing on there. So MUJI is one of the community people get together to spend the time to enjoy and find a nice life. MUJI to go, you can see this small store in the airport and the station too. So this is one of our kind of action to sell the product related to the traveling. As you know, the material of the interior and the product combination is so important. We are always try using the natural material and as it is, and really focused what is the most honest and truth to the material to be displaying and making a the space to spend the time in the store too. Found Muji is one of other. Sorry, Found Muji is coming up. We have an interior advisor to advise how to make the nice life and support their interior design with using the Muji product. Those project is having more and more and support the customer too. So Muji say, I want not really say we want to have a Muji. We said it is okay, it is enough. Muji is enough. So this is our message. So Muji, the people not necessary to be having a Muji product. It's okay. Muji is enough. So this is kind of our attitude. And so many advertising. One of the other things, we use a very quality designer from the world and support Muji brand and product development. This is a CD player I designed 20 years ago, but still sell very well and producing it. Even people not use the CD anymore, but still sellable. So chair and bed is as the same design because of the back. We collaborate with other Muji, kind of the Muji type of the manufacturer, Tonet, and designing using the same kind of bent wood for making a new design. Konstantin Grigic make the umbrella, which is kind of attach the tag to be recognized on umbrella, because there are so many cheaply done umbrella together that lost the own. Real furniture is the kind of use the real oak wood to use as material, making the simple things. And the very simple sofa. The cutleries designed by the Jasper Morrison, but we haven't used our designer's name out. So there are so many talented designers involved in this Muji project, but it's not really known. So that is our policies. I designed the home appliance product, kitchen appliance product too, but that's also very quiet Muji typology. Use Muji typologies. So it is not easy. What is a Muji? What is a Muji like? What is it is not just a simplicity and minimalistic, but we discuss about it is too much or not. So we really focus that. So second, global, local, universal. So we try to find what is most important typologies, and not just steal the idea, just also not really try to making the completely new things. We try to be more find what is the most important things as typology spend a long time to be with our life. So still keep try using the same things for the future too. So found MUJI is the kind of another way. We don't produce the product, we just find MUJI-like product from the world. And we just opened the store in Aoyama, Tokyo. This is the first store of MUJI, and renovate to be the found MUJI stores. So myself traveling around, particularly the Asia, to find, this is the kind of one of the photo we are trying to find what is a MUJI-like product. Sorry. We also did found MUJI Finland as well. So, but we are not really produce many quantities because of the almost all those product is very small number of the quantity to produce. We don't want to damage the manufacturer in order to make a MUJI product. So therefore, we keep them small and just be buying the small quantity of the product to sell the limited edition. So those are the product, and sometimes we reproduce the product as from the historical object, which is in the top middle is the bench from the China and the Asian standard bench, but we modify to produce it under our product quality and the standard. We visit China a lot and redesign the China Ming Dynasty style of the product as well too. Marcel, the France, we found MUJI with other kind of select stores to sell the product as well too. So it's almost over 10 years we spend to find the MUJI-like product from the world, and then collected many of the archive like this. So this is our kind of found MUJI archive to find who is right things, who made the right things, and we learned a lot what is important product for our life, and it should not be changed, and keep try doing same things. And we exhibit sometime to share with the people to understand about that. So material and consider about the producer and the environment. So we visit the traditional way of making the things together to produce, or we use a lot of kind of waste material to be using as from the Cambodia 2012 to use the kind of that material to dye the towel as color like this, or kind of the indigo blue, also important for us to produce. JICA project in Kyrgyz, 2011. We asked them to produce a small quantity of the felt animals and small pouch. We collaborate with the customers. We call the laboratory of the life, and we kind of discuss together on email and getting the opinion from the customer to use for the new product development too. One of the famous one is the cushion for fitting our body, and hanging portable rechargeable light, and those kind of small product for traveling. So Idea Park is the kind of produce the product from our experience and the brainstorming to make the prototyping to find what is a suitable product for that. Observation of the customer, so important. We visit the small apartment to find what is a problem and what we can help them to be better life. And this is not only Japan, it's like Hong Kong. There are so many people in small room, and we learned a lot about the lifestyle, and we change the kind of messy the interior to be more quality, simple. We also designed the LCC terminal as a public design, and we designed the mattress with legs as the bench for LCC terminal, as like this. We are also having camping ground and house product. Sorry, it is. And the renovation for support the way to spend the life. This is a very small hut for compact life. So modularity, compact life is our so important keyword to do it. So, as you know, those kind of micro consideration has helped your life as the business. This is a polypropylene, the box. We believe if our life better, our social will be better too. So we always remember what is our starting point to do, and we try to keep trying to think about our better futures. So that's about the kind of whole MUJI concept, and I'll show you another my product a little. Design is the integrity of things, is the kind of word I found recently that's really fit with MUJI concept as well. So myself and MUJI doing design is as the same mind. So the form, object, things to be ambience. So it means we should not focus only the product. It's more focused ambience. Ambience means atmosphere. We focus the human atmosphere, not only focus the things. I'll show you one of the examples. A few of the examples, sorry. For example, I designed one of the chair for Italian company B&B Italia, but I'm not really. Of course, we think detail of the design, but I rather more focus the lifestyle as like this. So I'm so happy to use my chair as like this, the chair and the table as well too. That's what we call the Belle and the Bulu, and it's a Beauty and the Beast. So because the table is very strong, so I think in nowadays we have to think our lifestyle, not just as design the object. This is a interesting project for the Italian maestro Ghianda. Bottega Ghianda make very quality wooden furnitures, but that's become like this. Just a very simple two rectangle together as the side tables. So, as you know, it is not anymore things and ambience, atmosphere. This is a Colossal, the side tables. It's like this. It's the names from the Colosseum from Italy. The shape itself is quite radical, but if it is in a nicely done environment, it's going to be quite a beauty. One more thing I want to show you. This is the chair called names Land. It's the for Italian company Planck. This is a rotation molding, but It's good, well, good fit for the hotel lounge or airport lounge. I always try find something foam as part of the environment. The word, I mean, the names is so important. This is the name land. Land is like kind of the shape, kind of express that's the kind of the names too. As furniture, I'll show you two more things. One of my important life work, incredibly success from the Japanese company called Maruni. So this is a name I made. Names called Hiroshima, because Hiroshima is quite a famous name, and I have designed this one almost 10 years ago, but it was quite a success, and the recently this chair installed in the Apple Park in California, over 4,000. So this is a very simple craftsman chair, but that's become such a big platform company. So that is a very unique happening in happen, because this is a totally wood, and mostly use the 5-ax 3D the milling machine, and the finishing by the hand. So it is a beautiful chair, but it's in the beginning this is for the dining chair, but now it's the big company chair. So I was so happy to change, and kind of a combination of that. This is Australia, Belgium, and Volkswagen headquarters. They use other color gray. So once we create one things, we can make it more kind of wider range of the purpose to use. So the outline of surrounding medium rather than the outline of the things. So these are outline. We are not try making the outline of the object. We are trying to make an outline of medium. So we look for the environment to use, then find the right outline as the solution. This is Alessi Cutlery, just launching recently. Sorry, time is over, but it's a few of the slides and the word. The things are elements of life with a good atmosphere. I just work with Alibaba, China. You know, the enormous company. And I'm still not really understand how this company is big, I think. And it's a bit scary to work with, but it is quite interesting to work. And they have largest EC site, Taobao, and Taobao Choice asked me to make the master line, and I tried to make only the circle, cylinder, and the square rectangles, so to make an element of the life. So that's the name's the element of the life. This is a first collection of the product, but it's almost all round and square. Lighting, a clock, cup, calculators, and kettle, pens, pen holders, trays, and the hot water heaters, trash bin, tissue box. Those are the first one. I try to minimize the foam, and even the corner radius is 0. So this is my challenge, that how we can simplify our everyday object as the product. So this is very, very interesting. And also, and the China market is not really mature enough, but either they understand this kind of value or not. So I'm not really sure, but it is a market that is huge, and they immediately communicate with billions of people. So I really interesting to get to know the reaction of them. So this is a help them to be better culture and the life as well too, with only the cylinder and the rectangle. I always try to find the archetype out, and searching for deja vu, the things people would think they already have. Eliminating the sense of discomfort. Comfortable is a so important element. Design is the making the soup. So this is one of the examples. How do you make a different country object or under the different country cultures? I'm one of the soup makers, not really add any ingredients, I mean a taste. I just make a soup and taste by the local culture or brand. So I don't need to add any soup, the taste. So then I make examples. Mooji is a most subtlety taste or even nothing. So that's important. So if I make a good soup, it's going to be very good kind of the meal. So this is kind of the way I do. So therefore, I don't worry about the cultural difference and the brand different. I'm more focused on the human being and making a good soup too. Muji always minimizes the specific flavors. I'm lucky to get one of the the sculpture award from the Isamu Noguchi award last year. So because when I was a child, I wanted to be a sculptor, but now I'm a designer. But I'm lucky to get the kind of the sculpture award of that too. So I want to show you thousand of more product, but the time is limited. So anyway, this is today. This is for MUJI presentation. I should not too much talk about my product but. I want to show you something MUJI product. Otherwise, MUJI angry about MUJI. And lastly, this is a MUJI toaster. But do you think it's very warm and friendly? This is so important. Sorry. And I cannot really say clearly, but the bus you see tomorrow is like a toaster. And you will see, aha, it is a toaster. I say sometimes design dissolving in behavior. So the form should be following the human behavior. I attached a little spatula holder here as icon because of when you use that spatula to serve the rice, so you stop the hand to put somewhere on. But if we have some little spatula holders here, so that's really help to not stop their kind of flowing their behavior. So this is quite important, not just for functionally help. It's become one of the brand identity for MUJI too. So this is a kind of important role of that too. So maybe I want to show you something, but please visit to enjoy my website so you can see all the product too. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fukasawa, for a very inspiring lecture. And now our Professor Ville Kokkonen will have the opportunity to interview you for a short moment with the questions that many of you have been contributing with.
Hello, Naoto.
Be casual, please.
Well, first of all, thanks everyone for coming from my behalf as well, and thank you very much for a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
I jump right in. So you have, throughout your long career, worked with several different companies and organizations, and now very closely with MUJI design team. You mentioned many times in your MUJI presentation, what is MUJI? So I'll ask now once more, how is MUJI different from other companies in terms of its design philosophy and design process?
I think MUJI, the person who work MUJI is the first users. And MUJI is thinking what is right, what is wrong, always. So MUJI never try, this is a bit too exaggerate, but of course MUJI is a huge company now, and they have to focus the economy, focus the money. But before that, they always ask them, we are doing right or wrong. So this is so important attitude for us to develop the product. Because normally people see the spreadsheet, I mean, the number of the sales. Of course, all of the company employee look the number every morning, and which is sell very well and which is not. But for the developing product, they have to focus. Is it the right things for our life or not? So that's so important. So it is pretty rare company to all of the company person think about the same way, same directions. It's quite interesting, I think.
Okay. Then you have traveled extensively with the MUJI design team, and also you mentioned that there has been this Found MUJI Finland project, but perhaps outside a little bit of that, how do you perceive Finnish design?
Oh.
And of course, there's always this question between Finland and Japan. How do you perceive the similarities between the two countries?
I feel, this is my personal opinion, personal impression of the Finnish design is as the craft, still craft, not the industrial product. So even very high technology product born in this country, still the craft mind exists in this country. So I'm not really know why I feel that, but I feel you are not really kind of distinguish the modern product and the old handmade product. It's you are continuously keep making the things like this mind. So I feel in this country is well the same as well as the MUJI mind. It is kind of what is a happy life, what is a quality life. Even you are the most smart country in the world, but I feel, but I know you well. Why you are smart? Because you can stop doing it, and you can stop to think about what is the right, what is wrong. So that's important, because all of the world is the other kind of strong world is non-stop thinking the future, and make their own platform larger. But for you more think about size of the life, human life, and it can be enough size or not. So it is difficult to say, just one person say, we want to do like this, but you all think about always what is happiness, what is important, what is suitable. So I can feel that. Therefore, the Mr. Kanai is a chairman of MUJI. Say we really want to the most beautiful store in Finland, Helsinki, because of he was very touched to your kind of mentality, to your attitude is right for the future, for the human life. Therefore, he wanted to do that too. So I respect a lot about that part.
Very kindly said. Thank you. Also, in like we saw earlier in your presentation, but I would like to kind of go a little bit deeper in kind of this understanding the archetypes and typologies of everyday items. You are very much also involved with the folk craft museum in Tokyo, the Mingei-kan, and also you have been involved in creating recently exhibitions, for example, the one in Kanazawa, what is the boundary between Koge and design, and the recent exhibition at 2121 Museum in Tokyo about Mingei. How do you see that throughout your own design process, your own office, has these sort of anonymous artifacts influenced your own design work or design process?
I can say, as I'm not sure you know Mingei, difference between the Mingei and the Koge. I can say Mingei is a folk art, and Koge is a craft. So we distinct quite clearly. So the Koge craft used to be more kind of making the super high quality to giving the person who makes the hierarchy. So as a gift or enjoy looking the beauty. But folk art, it's you said Mingei. Mingei has no, it's anonymous, and no one knows who made it. This is just a person who in charge of making the glass or making the bamboo basket. So, and Soetsu Yanagi, founder of the Mingei-kan, touched. It is so nice, but it's not so. He cannot really feel the ego of making the things, and the product doesn't really say, "I did this one." It's just to be there, and he found it is a beautiful. So the Mingei and the Koge is different, and I learned that we learn that's kind of the mentality. I mean, philosophy and attitude as respect as possible, and I am designing the things. I also kind of influence from their attitude to design the things too, because I am a designer, but I'm not the artist, and I am just the person who is in charge of making the tool for the life. So I'm not necessary to say this is designed by Naoto Fukasawa or product of the Naoto Fukasawa. So I like just to be the person who can design the very best things for the people. That's enough. So it is the same kind of mind, the Mingei mind too. So I try many of the exhibition to introduce the Mingye mind to the people, because people should know what is the important things for their life, not just think too much about the design. So design is not just as design. Should be focused more kind of the object which you touched, you like, and should be fit well your life, a better life. So that therefore, I try to be the chairman of the Mingekan, but that is my side work, but that's influenced me to design the things too.
You're also acting as an educator. You run a design course at the Tama Art University, which is also a friend of Aalto University. What do you consider important or crucial within design education today?
I think designer was just to be integrated, because the Arva Aalto is as architectures, but he designed the glass, he designed the chair, he has no limitation to design the kind of whole life tool, which is integrated for our life too. So, but someday, particularly for the design education, kind of divided different categories, like a graphic design, product design, interior design, architecture, and some other fashion designs. And people trying to be, I want to do the graphic design, I want to do the fashion design. But in our life, we wear the clothes, we saw the sign and the graphic, and we use the product design. So our life is already integrated. Why we need to make a decision to choose, I become the graphic designer, I become the architect, I become something. That's very strange. And particularly the kind of our modern current life, it's more kind of mixed together to be like interface designers designing a chair as the interface too. So the reason my school made the new department integrated design is the kind of the people always feel the necessary to do to make it too. So because the life is just to be integrated. So and maybe you already thought the same things as well too. So I think the human creation should be applied for everything, should not be clearly spread together.
Well, seems very well that you do preach what you do as well, since you've been involved with architectural projects and also packaging and products. Before we give the floor open to questions from the audience, now is a good chance for you. I'm asking, what advice would you give to our students if you would have to coin that into one comforting advice?
As a designer, once you complete one object, for example, and you feel it's really good, but you think one more time, it is, how can I say? mediocre. It is, we call it, Japanese call it cute. It's touched. It's kind of friendly. So if this glass, for example, is completely nicely designed, but we should step back to see it. Is this really nice? Is it really friendly? So we have to rethink again. So it's functionally complete. It's not enough. So we need to add something. It's friendly. So it's difficult to describe it. The Japanese call it miryoku-teki. Miryoku-teki is a kind of, not just exactly the word friendly, but it's no matter any reason, I want to have it. That is important. And if you ask someone else, do you like it? It's great. It's nicely done. That's not enough. Then you ask, are you really want to have it? Yes, I have. So that is important. So it's the complete. It's not enough. One more step up to be making the things. So it's difficult to tell you, but it's so important.
So one more step up.
One more step up. To be asking the question again, because it's difficult. Once you complete, you already satisfied, but that's not enough.
Okay, we have a short time for only a few questions. So the fast ones will have a chance. This a typical Finnish audience.
Sure. I'm sure you're difficult.
Okay, we have one question. Just a second, we need you to use a microphone because we are documenting this event. It's over there.
Hello. So you know how you said when you complete something and you look at it and you think it's good. But what do you do when you don't think it's good and you have a bunch of self-doubt and you just rethink everything again and again? What do you do based on your experience? What do you do when you hate yourself for what you've created and get existential over it?
Sorry,
could
you explain creatively? What's the question?
Yes. So if you, when you said that when you're ready, you still have to once more ask yourself. But now our student asked, what if I did understand your question correctly? What if you are not happy or
what is the
you have this doubt?
What is the function? What is the? Oh, okay. Difficult. But from my experience in the Minge exhibition, they say, many people say, oh, that's great. But more than that, they say, I want to have it because they cannot really buy it, but they want to have it. So, like Apple iPhone, since they started to make the telephone, for example, now everyone feel it is too expensive because it's all the same function, but one is too expensive, one is cheaper. But in the beginning, everyone's no doubt to pay certain money to get it because they want to have it, because they have a very super beautiful right answer on it. So compared with other telephone company, that Apple has done such a great job to do that. So that's we call the not just a friendly, it's a right answer for our life. So therefore they said yes, we agree. So that is a kind of things making the things. So not just a yes, I agree, your minds. So that's important. So you should ask someone else or your mind, I agree with your ideas. So that is maybe the right question.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Forgive me, this might be a very personal question, but it's a question about fear. In your work as a designer, what is something that you've feared a lot, and have you been able to overcome that fear? Overcome, like work through the fear and get to the other side and no longer be afraid. If you have a fear within your design work.
Fear means, I don't understand.
Like to
Scare.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't understand
To be afraid. Fear as being afraid, scared of something.
My design? Or
Personally, or as a designer, as you work as a designer, do you have anything you're afraid of? Have you worked through that fear?
I'm not sure it is the right answer, but I sometimes say wow, called the later wow. So fear is maybe one of the things needed for design, and you really, as you are the designer, you really try to get the people scary or fear as say wow. But learn more little delay. Wow, you think to see some object and think about what is this. Then slightly understand. So that is more rich than kind of strong immediately strong impact. So I learned more to be too simple but you absorbing to be nice. It's makes you more rich too. So we call it later wow.
Are we running? Okay, so unfortunately we will have to now switch in, end the session. But thank you very much, Naoto, for coming, and also for the MUJI team.
Thank you very much.
Give a round of applause.